Hello everyone, Sunsen2 and welcome to another Fabric mod overview, this time on Informed Load, a mod that allows you to have a loading screen similar to how you would expect with Forge, and it'll be customizable where you can have 1, 2 or 3 bars, you can have a split in between, and you'll also see it upon loading in a world or that is existing or creating a new one, like so. And there's a bunch of other possibilities with multiple different bars. The following here, that being bigger, the regular or smaller, and yeah, so I'll just load the game here like so. You can tweak these in a config though, for obviously to have split or the max progress bars. This is 3 by default, as well as being on split, and if you have a mod menu, then obviously you can change it to these as well, similar to what you would see in the config. I'll just have to wait for the game first, and then I'll be able to show that. So obviously we've got the loading screen, and then it'll break down into multiple from there, so adding bakery, blocks being added, items being added, textures, frames, bits and pieces, as you can see here. And with mod menu, obviously you can tweak this, like so. So I see 3 is the maximum, world loading screen. You can obviously tweak between these, obviously, if you don't want the loading square, or if you want to have more progress bars and stuff. So I'll enable that, as well as going between in order, single, and split. And then we'll go between that. So if I just say load up the game again, just waiting it out obviously, and it should appear fairly soon. There we go. And there we go, so it gets to about halfway-ish, and then it'll obviously change to in order, so bakery, blocks, then we'll go to items, then extracting frames, then textures, sort of like how you saw the split before, but now blocks, then items, then otherwise, instead of both at the same time. I'll just do one in world, do it to the same world, because it'll be quicker and pretty much show the same. So instead of showing the loading square, it's now showing multiple different loading bars, if you want to see that information displayed. Then I'll cycle through stuff in mod menu real quick. It's loading the world, as you expect. If I just exit, go to load mod menu again. Obviously you can tweak this stuff, I guess, a small amount in the configs, so best to have the mod menu mod installed. Go to single, go to 2 bars, as well as change that, disable that, and make it easier to use grayscale, and then we'll probably just have the loading square but make it bigger rather than its regular size. And we'll just reload the game again. Okay, so we've got a single bar going, and then we'll get 2, and it'll say adding bakery, and it won't show the adding blocks or items or otherwise, and it will show textures, and then yeah, so it'll have lesser bars rather than replacing, say, the textures and stitching and other bits and pieces bar with blocks, items, and otherwise. So just to keep that in mind if that's the sort of information you want to see compared to other options. Now we've got the bigger loading square. So yeah, obviously you can enable the vanilla one if you wanted to, compared to just sort of customizing this your own way. But if you wanted it where you see certain feedback based on the game loading, either for the loading up or world loading, then obviously you can do that. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.